Hunger, at its core, is often misunderstood as a simple pain in the stomach, a temporary discomfort that can be satiated with a meal. However, the reality is far more complex and insidious. It's a multifaceted issue that stretches beyond the boundaries of an empty belly, intertwining with a web of interconnected problems that plague our world. Hunger is more complicated than empty bellies. Interconnected issues of poverty, inequality, conflict, climate change, gender discrimination, and weak government and health systems all play a role in driving hunger. One of the primary drivers of hunger is poverty, a systemic issue that afflicts millions globally. Poverty deprives individuals and communities of the resources necessary for adequate nutrition. The lack of economic opportunities, education, and social services perpetuates a cycle of hunger, trapping generations in its unforgiving grasp. Inequality exacerbates the problem, creating a stark contrast between the haves and the have-nots. The gap between the rich and the poor widens, leaving marginalized populations without the means to access nutritious food. Limited access to education and employment opportunities further entrenches inequality, perpetuating a cycle of hunger that becomes increasingly difficult to break. Conflict is another major contributor to global hunger. In regions torn by war and violence, food production is disrupted, and distribution channels are often severed. Displacement of communities and destruction of infrastructure compound the problem, leaving countless individuals without the means to feed themselves and their families. Conflict not only creates immediate food shortages but also hampers long-term agricultural development, deepening the roots of hunger. Climate change adds another layer of complexity to the hunger crisis. Extreme weather events, droughts, and floods disrupt agricultural systems, leading to crop failures and food shortages. Vulnerable communities, often those least responsible for climate change, bear the brunt of its impact, facing food insecurity as their livelihoods crumble in the face of unpredictable environmental conditions. Gender discrimination is a pervasive issue that further intensifies hunger. Women, who often play a central role in food production and household nutrition, face systemic barriers that limit their access to resources and opportunities. Empowering women is not only a matter of justice but also a crucial step in breaking the cycle of hunger, as they can be powerful agents of change in their communities. Weak government and health systems contribute to the persistence of hunger, hindering effective responses and solutions. Insufficient infrastructure, corruption, and lack of political will impede efforts to address the root causes of hunger and provide essential services to those in need. On a global scale, hunger has far-reaching consequences. Beyond the immediate suffering of individuals and communities, it fuels a cycle of poverty, inequality, and instability. The ripple effects of hunger touch every corner of the world, contributing to social unrest, migration, and increased vulnerability to disease. To tackle hunger comprehensively, a holistic approach is necessary, one that addresses not only the immediate need for food but also the underlying causes. Eradicating hunger requires coordinated efforts to alleviate poverty, promote equality, prevent and resolve conflicts, mitigate climate change, empower women, and strengthen government and health systems. Only through such a comprehensive strategy can we hope to break the chains of hunger and create a world where no one goes to bed hungry.